I think the hardest part of this whole trip was knowing the time that I was going to miss spending with the kids, an entire summer of not watching them grow up. And this would be the longest time that I've been away from them. And as it got closer and closer, like this was like the day before, I kind of became more aware of how much I'm going to miss them and how much of they're involved in my life, my day-to-day life. Well, this is my boat. Boat I plan to take to Montreal, to the beginning of the fur trade. And I have to admit that leaving is kind of hard. It's been several days now, but I can still remember that leaving and taking that walk down to the river with the family was with me. I was really starting to have misgivings about, maybe this wasn't such a great idea, being out and leaving them behind. The hardest part of this whole trip so far has been that first paddling away from the family, and I started this trip, and we still don't know how it's going to end. But up until this point, it's all been sort of an adventure. But when the adventure meets reality, and you're kind of looking back at who you're leaving behind, things start to feel a little different. So, just that first bit, that first 10 minutes was like really rough. And not something I'd anticipated. So, as fate would have it, right, I'm already preoccupied with leaving, and I'm feeling really, really bad. And I don't get more than 20 minutes down the river, and this deadhead, which is kind of a semi-floating log, comes up under my boat and spills me over, which is, on top of how I'm feeling already about leaving. I'm not even 20 minutes from where I started, and I've already spilt over once. And my worst sin on that entire part of the trip there was that I didn't tie all my gear down. Like I hadn't. This was like the day one, and this was like the first 20 minutes of day one of a really long trip. And so I ended up losing some equipment, and mainly the worst part is my Pelican case had a bit of my camera strap in it, and so it got my good Canon Mark III got water saturated. I was really counting on that. My iPhone was damaged to the point that I couldn't use that, so I'm using an older model iPhone now to shoot video with. Yeah, it was really rough, and it's it was entirely disheartening because, here I am 20 minutes into this, where there's, it's going to be like this cross-Canada journey. It's going to take, months and months and months and months. And here I am 20 minutes in, and I lose like $5,000 worth of camera gear. Spilt my boat over. I'm soaking wet. And more than that, I'm discouraged as hell. Like, how am I supposed to make it across the country and I can't even get to Canmore? In my defense, I paddled to Canmore lots. Maybe I was a little not as cautious as I should have been. But anyhow, that's how day one went, folks. I ended up spending a really miserable night just past Canmore. I got Lisa to bring me a phone. She was feeling bad. I had my other phone got damaged, so I needed a new one. And that's it. Yeah. All right, day two. And I learned a really good lesson yesterday. Pack everything properly. Waterproof. Close your waterproof bags so that they're waterproof. Otherwise, what's the point of having them? And that I have a long trip ahead of me, and that I better be careful about what I'm doing. This is already a wreck on day one, and a little disheartening. So here goes day two. They don't let me across this road. I got a long walk around, and then kind of cutting through the reservation, which well, here goes. Is it possible to walk my boat to the end of this road below Horseshoe Dam? Is it possible to walk to Horseshoe Dam? So now I'm left with, few options. Basically, I have to hike all the way around past the reserve down to the beginning of Ghost Lake, because I can't get through the gated fence there. I kind of knew there was going to be days where weren't going to be great, but I didn't think, by day three I'm already, with the capsized and other issues, that I'm going to have to also portage for 14 kilometers. Guess I'm pretty fortunate I remembered to bring this wheel kit, or created this wheel kit for this boat for things like this. And as you can see on that day, the wind was blowing pretty good, so the sail was up. It was kind of pushing the boat along pretty good too. That's basically why I'm making such good time. I don't know what it would have been like without the assistance of the wind. Yeah, but eventually I got to Ghost Dam and set up for another bivvy. Well, that was a hell of a day. Let's hope tomorrow's better. Tomorrow will be day 4 on the river. And I still haven't reached Calgary yet.